Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Indria Khofidatus NIM 2306003110035. Okay, now I will present my final semester assignment in the History of Islam Civilization course with the title The History of Islamic Domination in Andalusia. Okay, next, this part is the point relates to first, what is the history of Spanish domination of Islam? The second, how is the progress of Islam in Spain? The third, how the decline of Islamic civilization in Spain, and the last is conclusion. Okay, for the first, what is the history? History is events occurrences that occurred in the past that are studied and interested to become the references and guide for future lives. The word history comes from the Greek hysteria, which means science, and from the Latin scientis, which means systematic knowledge. History studies what is the known about humanity's past, including events, stories, and knowledge. History is used as a learning tool for someone to continue to grow and develop without the accompanying tendencies. Okay, now history of Islamic domination in Spanish. Pre-Islamic condition in Europe and Andalus in particular had a population with extraordinary backwardness and stability, which was called the Dark Age. In 711, the Muslims has completed the conquest of the entire northern African region. The history of Islam in Andalus began in 711 when Muslim troops under the leadership of Tariq bin Ziyad landed in the Liberian region. Within a few decades, the regions of Andalus were controlled by the Umayyad Caliphs, and Islamic civilization flourished there. Islamic civilization in Andalus demonstrates brilliant achievement in various fields, including art, architecture, science, and culture in general. Magnificent Moorish architecture such as the Alhambra in Granada and the Cordoba Mosque became icons of the glory of Islam in Andalus. Science also developed rapidly with translation of classical Greek and Roman works into Arabic. Education, health, and economic activities are also developing rapidly in this region. Okay, next, the advancement of Islamic civilization in Spain. When Islam entered Spain, this country experienced rapid civilization both in terms of Islamic culture and education. Because Spain was supported by a fertile country and quick high economic income. The progress of Islam in Andalus occurred in the 7 to 10 countries. At this time, the region of Andalusia or Spain was ruled by Muslims and became the center of Islamic governments in Europe. This progress is influenced by intellectual progress, which includes philosophy, science, jurisprudence, and music, as well as physical development. Andalusia became the main place for Europe to absorb Islamic civilization, both in the form of political, social, and cultural relations. Okay, next, aspects of advancement of Islamic civilization in Spain. The first, intellectual progress. The second, architectural progress, and the third, shipbuilding and navigation techniques. In architecture, one of the main aspects of Islamic progress in Andalus was in the field of architecture. Magnificent buildings such as the Cordoba Mosque and the Alhambra are examples of the splendor of Moorish architecture, which are a valuable legacy from heyday of Islam in Andalus. Okay, next, the decline of Islam in Andalusia was influenced by several factors. For the first, internal, and the second, external. Okay, the example of internal, for the first, the system for appointing the caliphs is unclear. The second, the emergence of small kingdom. The third, tribal fanaticism. And the last, economic crisis. And for external, the first, remote Spanish region, and the last, conflict between Islam and Christianity. The glory of Islam in Andalus did not last long. In 1095, Christian troops captured Toledo and Islamic power in Andalus grew weaker. In 1492, Christian forces completely expelled Muslims from Spain with the fall of Granada. Although Islam is no longer the majority religion in Andalus, the legacy of Islam civilization can still be seen in local art, architecture, and culture. The history of Islam in Andalus is a testament to the tolerance, innovation, and extraordinary achievements that occurred during the period of Islam rule in the region. This decline began in 1096 when Spain was divided into 30 small countries. The civil war between Muslims to fight over territory continued until the existence of Islam in Spain increasingly faded. In 1249, Cordoba and Seville fell to Christian rulers. After that, one area in Spain was no longer controlled by Islam. King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella became allies to attack Andalus until the influence of Islam in Spain completely ended in 1492. Abdurrahman III ruled Spain from 912 until 961 and reached the peak of Islamic glory there. However, after that, Islam in Spain began to decline and was finally abolished. Internal factors such as division between Muslims themselves and external factors such as Christian resentment against Islam also play a role in the publication and exposure of Islam in Spain. Okay, the conclusion is, before Islam came to power in Europe, Andalus has extraordinary backwardness in ignorance of the population, but since Islam came, Spain has experienced rapid progress in terms of culture and education. The golden era of Islam in Andalus reflected interfaith tolerance, advances in science, and extraordinary artistic and architectural achievements. Even though Islam in Andalusia eventually faced conquest by Christians, its intellectual and cultural heritage continue to influence the world to this day. Okay, maybe this is my only presentation regarding the development of Islam in Andalus. If there are any mistakes in words or action, more or less, I apologize and thank you for your attention in watching this video presentation from start to finish. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.